crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roaddoer.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Okay, should be a good day. Fed meeting days are rig days. Depending on what the Fed wants to do, they say whatever they want. Behavioral finance, invented by Larry Summers, or at least mastered by Larry Summers. If you tell everybody one thing, that's the way they're going to act. So the Federal Reserve will probably signal a rise in interest rates to stem inflation, and all of a sudden everything crashes. It depends what they say. Then it depends on what mouse is clicked in the basement of the Treasury and the New York Fed. That's all this is. It is jabberboning about bullshit and then clicking a mouse to force markets in whichever way they want with computers and derivatives. This has been going on since the dawn of the computer age back, I would say, well, if you follow the road to Ruta, it started with John Kemeny. John Kemeny is the guy who invented basic computing in the early 1960s. He was best friends, high school buddies with Alan Greenspan. John Kemeny was so smart, he was Albert Einstein's mathematician. That's how smart that dude was. Anyway, Alan Greenspan took that program and more computer programs in the 1960s to create market rigging programs, computer programs that he, with his mentor, a guy named Arthur Burns, the head of the Federal Reserve System, implemented to control all markets so they can go off the gold standard in the early 70s, and computers and derivatives control every market right now. No exception. There is no exception. The stock market, the bond market, obviously the metal markets, the crypto markets, even the foreign exchange markets and the oil markets, you name it, 100% rigged. Every day, every trade. It's so easy to do with a computer and derivatives. I'm gonna show you just what's going on. First, we have Goldman on gold. Time to buy the defensive real asset. So Goldman Sachs is coming out and saying buy gold. So what? There's so much gold in the world and it's controlled. So yeah, they're going to allow gold to go up, just like they allowed gold to over double its all-time high from 1980. Over double. 1980 all-time high was $800, and now it's well over $1,600. Gold is not the problem of the banks. It's not. I would say it's not even helpful if trying to hedge inflation in a true fair market value, in exchanges that are truly determining fair market value, which I don't think any of them are right now. But anyway, that's where we stand. When Goldman says come out and buy gold, yeah, their buddies are going to buy gold, but that's not the problem. If Goldman really thought gold was a great hedge on inflation, why not buy something that's 1,000 times better than gold, but does the same thing and more, which is silver? Gotta make you wonder, huh? Let's talk about silver. Our friend John Adams down there in Australia, who has been pretty much silenced for the last 9 months, put this out, and everybody's sending it to me saying, Bix, what does this mean? Australian silver analyst John Adams, who in March 2021 exposed the Perth Mint for running a fractional reserve, unallocated and pooled silver scheme, is back. I wouldn't say he exposed it. It had been exposed for over 10 years. I have articles and letters back to 2005 with the Perth Mint. But anyway, he brought it back to life. How's that? In the past 9 months, a lot has happened behind the scenes. In the coming months, I will reveal a silver sex scandal of 2021. Buckle up. The silver cabal play extremely dirty. That interests me because Jenny Moonshot has been talking about the rise of silver is only going to happen when the child trafficking stuff is taken care of. So, and I think we're getting closer and closer to that. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that path. Interested to see what John Adams is going to say about his revelation. I like John. And he's doing a great job down there, continuing the fight with the Perth Mint. I gave up after a while, after we proved them As a matter of fact, they stopped their leasing program after Ted Butler, like always, brought it to light. I followed up and I was in correspondence with them time and time again, proving them wrong. And then they stopped their program and then they restarted it, thinking everybody had gone away because no one could see it. And then John Adams picked up the fight again. So good on John. Keep it up. Yes, of course they fight dirty. Ask Bill Murphy when he started the Gold Antitrust Action Committee and someone attacked him with brass knuckles. Yeah, that's the kind of world these guys live in. So be very careful, John. But hey, at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do. Fight the good fight. And John is doing exactly that down in Australia. The once late great Australia. They're getting pushed so hard with this bullshit that it's time for revolution down there. Look at the front of the $100 bill, all you Americans. And what does it say? When government no longer serves your purpose, it's time to overthrow them. It's right on the front of the $100 bill now, written in gold. Go check that out. Or go to roadtoruta.com and look at the secret meaning of the $100 bill. All right, back to silver. We know what they're protecting. We know who's in trouble. They're protecting the 200-day moving average right now. It's a little fight, and they can click the mouse and put silver at minus $40, but they aren't, and they haven't yet. I talked a lot about Private Investor Group, which last year made the silver investment, shall we say, that turned into the Reddit silver thing. It wasn't anything about Reddit. It was Private Investor Group buying 33% of SLV, one entity. And I believe they took a delivery of a lot of that silver, but now they are out almost completely of SLV and starting a little bit with the CEF. I think the regulators slapped them down, which I would assume they would. You got a hedge fund type of entity that buys, 100 and almost double the amount the Hunt brothers bought. Unless you're JP Morgan, you're not allowed to do that. But they did it through SLV, and they declared it. I mean, it's in their filings. So yeah, we're looking for the next one to come out, and we'll see. They can do it again. Why not? They probably make $1 zillion. They brought the price of silver from $24 to $30. They must have made $1 zillion. They can do the exact same thing this year, and why not? Why not take these criminals out? Bank of America's in deep trouble. They had to go deep into silver borrowing, silver shorting, silver leasing to get the price under control. And now they're hanging out there. We don't know. Ted Butler has said it's 800 million ounces. That is 100% based on the OCC report, Office of Comptroller of Currencies. They are required. Bank of America is required by law to tell the government quarterly how many silver derivatives they have. And they did. And Ted's like, oh my God, this is 800 million ounces plus worth of silver derivatives. These are not COMEX contracts, by the way. These are OTC, over the counter. These are the leases. These are silver leases from JP Morgan. Thank God for Ted Butler, let me tell you. So I heard some really smart silver analysts questioning that. Well, we don't know. Of course we know. It's right there in the OCC data. I'll show you that in a second. And what has happened over the past couple of years, the difference between gold and silver is shocking. The amount of criminality in silver is shocking. The amount of shorts needed to just keep the price stable in the 20s is shocking. Shocking. I sound like Elf. Anyway, what they're protecting right now is the 200-day moving average right here. When it breaks through that with vigor, all the technical funds need to, number one, sell their shorts. So buy back their short positions, which is fuel to the fire. And number two, if they still want to play in the silver game, after it crosses the 200-day moving average in earnest, they're required by their investment mantra to buy. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, crazy stuff. And I don't know. We'll see. Just hang in there. You should have all your physical silver in your own possession, just sitting back in your lawn chair with a beer in one hand, watching the game. Now is the time to be fully invested and watching this shit roll out in cryptos, in silver, you name it, in your own possession, watching the game, because this is the end game. Anything could happen at any moment. And let me just show you what they've done in derivatives. This is now a while back, the OCC, the Office of Comptroller of Currency for the United States, switched from reporting gold, silver, and other precious metals in one category. They moved gold to foreign exchange. So now they lump foreign exchange and gold. They're still hiding the total amount of gold derivatives, over-the-counter gold derivatives, but it's easier to hide gold in the multi-trillion dollar market that is our foreign exchange market, so they lumped them together. Now, if you look at the last 3 years, from 2018, you're looking at 79, gold in 1 year. We got 28 trillion in 1 year contracts. 28 trillion. 29 trillion. It's only gone up second quarter 2021 to 30. So it's pretty flat. The gold and FX volumes are, obviously it's way out of control in the trillions, but still it's pretty flat. And it's a little bit spread out between 1 year deals and 1 to 5 year deals and 5 year deals. That seems normal. It is quite insane, but historically speaking, it rises a little bit. The less the value of the dollar, the more need to control. They can explain that away. They cannot explain this, the silver, away. In 2018, the silver 1 year, this is 1 year contracts on the OTC derivatives. 2018 was $33 billion. Total, $33 billion in 2018. Since 2018, remember, gold maybe went up 3 or 4%, and FX. Look at this. It's over doubled since 2018. 2018, the number in the fourth quarter was 33 billion. A lot, and this is, I would say, 95 to 98% silver. Platinum and palladium don't play that big in this area. They just don't. So this is silver. This is all silver. And remember, a few $1 billion worth of silver would destroy the market. Destroy the market. Off the top of my head, the private investor group, when they bought SLV, let me do the math right now. I think that 190 million shares times, and it was what, 25 on average that they bought. That's $4.7 billion. Look what's going on in this market. This is the silver derivative market, from 33 billion to 72 billion, more than double. Soon it will be triple. Where are the regulators? Why is this allowed to go on behind the scenes? And it is literally two banks. Two banks. You want to see who they are? Take a guess. Let's go down to the report where it says the name of the banks. This isn't rocket science, my friends. Hold for trading. Here we go. Trading revenues from cash. Derivatives are so ridiculous to start with. Okay, there's the gold. Of course, it's JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, and Bank of America. JP Morgan and Citibank are the ones who play off each other, so they have almost identical numbers. It's trading back and forth to each other. The whole game is so crooked. So here it is. Here's silver. Who is it? Who is it that holds these monster amounts of silver derivatives? There it is. JP Morgan, and these are billions of dollars, and Citibank and Bank of America. Bank of America's is new. That's the new monster in the clubhouse. Yes, it is insane. Yes, it is criminality. 10 billion. Let's see. 10 billion. 240. 10 billion. 240 million. Right. I can't even do the math. It is insane what's going on right now, but it is insane. So we hang in there. We keep doing what we do. Notice that most of these I saw on this chart. This chart, most of them are, look at the amount of silver derivatives that are just 1-year contracts. It's pretty much 99.9% of these contracts have to be closed or rolled over during the year. So it's not like Bank of America came in and said, I want at least 800 million ounces of silver for 5 years, and they'll drag it on. No, these are all 1 year or below contracts. So they got to do something. Flip them over, roll them over to the next quarter. It's such a con. It's an amazing con. I did want to say this. Now, this has to do with the rigging of all markets. Natural gas futures erupt on bombogenous threat for Northeast. They're going to have this huge storm back east. You know, if you followed the road, you know they can steer storms. They can create storms and steer storms. We've been able to do this for over 100 years. And I can just imagine the technology now. HARP and all that stuff. Everybody knows that, I hope. But what people aren't talking about is they can control markets too. The only reason natural gas futures are erupting higher is because somebody clicked a mouse to make those prices erupt higher. Oh, all the traders picks, you don't understand. It's the liquidity of the market. It's all the traders bullshit. It is a mouse click at the basement of the Fed. The US Treasury has a trading floor in the basement. The basement of the US Treasury has a computer trading floor, and they team up with the trading floor at the New York Fed to control our markets. And it's called the Exchange Stabilization Fund. Although the Exchange Stabilization Fund doesn't need any money anymore. All it needs is the ability to put on as many derivatives as they want. Don't even count it. Net derivatives. But that's why the derivative market's over, $2 to $3 quadrillion. At what point do we say, enough, this is insane? Again, it gets back to silver. Anyway, so what I want to say, natural gas futures are up. When did that remind me of? The Operation Silver Slam. JP Morgan's, the article I wrote on JP Morgan's Silver Slam when Jamie Dimon put Bill Daley as Barack Obama's chief of staff because they had to get the Bear Stearns short position in silver under control. I did a whole discussion on this. Go to roadtoroot.com, JP Morgan Operation Silver Slam. I started this out by telling people about an experience I had with JP Morgan when I was still in banking. The company I worked for had leased out 3 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, which was a lot of gas. And at the time, the price was like $2 or $3, and it was rising and rising. It was like $14. All of a sudden, the Federal Reserve Board announces JP Morgan is now allowed to trade in natural gas. And I'm telling everybody, look out. They let the price of natural gas go from $12 to $15 briefly to get the weak hands in, and then they slammed it and slammed it and slammed it and got it down below $2. And I outlined the whole thing, and I said, that's exactly the same thing they're going to do to silver, and voila, that's what they did to silver in 2011. They created an artificial bear market in silver since 2011. Go check out that article. I wonder if this link is still good for the Fed. Yep, it is. November 18, 2005. This is how long I've been doing this. The Federal Reserve Board on Friday announced its approval of the notice under Section 4 of the Bank Holding Company Act by JP Morgan Chase & Co., New York, New York, to engage in physical commodity trading activities on a limited basis as an activity that is complementary to financial activity of engaging regularly as principal in commodity derivatives. They specifically said they can trade in natural gas futures. That's when I jumped up and down and said, oh my God, here they go. And voila, that's exactly what happened. Here's the chart. They got in about here. JP Morgan, they allowed it to go up, get everybody in, and then bang, down below $2. That, my friends, is what I called Operation, now that would be Operation Natural Gas Slam. This, what was it? 6 years later, 2011, is when they implemented Operation Silver Slam. That's when the price went from 25 up to 50 and then slammed back down within a year. Bill Daley did his job, came in January of 2011, left in January of 2012. Job well done, got a raise over at JP Morgan. Bill Daley. Yes, the Daley crime family. Okay, enough of that. I'm tired of it. Let's talk about good news. 6 more days to TDrop. All you Theta lovers who are staking Theta, you're going to get some TDrop. Hey, if you aren't staking your Theta, or if you want to get in Theta and start staking, you can still get it. They're going to be handing out. I tried to do the calculation on the back of my back of the envelope. I think we're going to get about, for people who are staking right now, based on the 65% of Theta is being staked, we're going to get about 2 TDrop at the first drop, which is in 6 days. 2 TDrop for every 1 Theta that you've been staking, if you've been staking all the way since August. Now, you can start staking Theta right now. I think it's you need 1,000 Theta to stake it. And then you'll be getting TDrop for the next 4 quarters. It's about 1 to 1. So for every Theta you stake, you're going to get a free TDrop every quarter. Now, I know people are going to bring out their calculators and say, Bix, it's 1.69. I know. But what I'm trying to say is you're going to get something. You're going to get airdropped TDrop. Airdrop TDrop. Airdrop. There should be a new song for the roadshow. We'll look into it. And that's for the next four quarters. So definitely. I mean, and you're also going to earn Theta Fuel. So there's definitely lots of reasons to own Theta right now. Especially people who don't know what Theta is. It is the future of the internet. Without Theta, we don't have internet. That's my take. 5G is having all kinds of problems right now. And if you have a phone, unless you're like situated right below a 5G tower, you're saying, what the hell's going on with 5G? It's supposed to be rolled out. 5G towers only go 100 yards. That's all they work. So, and who wants those gamma rays messing with our mind? Anyway, yeah. So if you don't know about Theta, go to Theta. If you want to know more about the TDrop and what's going on with the Theta metaverse, there's a great white paper. Just click here, learn more. It takes you to their Theta Ecosystem 2022 and TDrop token white paper. Really cool paper about what Theta is doing and why. They basically, let me go right here. I'll read you the first overview. With Mainnet 3.0 successfully launched, more than 40% of TFuel staked over 8,000 elite edge nodes, the Theta blockchain is reaching a complete implementation. While protocol improvements will continue as new features are added, the main focus of development for the remainder of 2021 and 2022 will now shift from protocol development to building the Theta ecosystem and accelerating adoption of Theta as the leading media and entertainment blockchain. According to Industry Research Co., the global entertainment and media market is expected to reach approximately 6.7 trillion with a T by 2030, registering a CAGR of 10% growth forecast during this period. The broad market encompasses books, magazines, film, theatrical, social media, music, animation, video, outdoor advertising, radio, broadcasting, amusement parks, facilities, toys, sports, and art. To continue driving Theta's leadership position in the global media and entertainment market, all stakeholders in the Theta ecosystem should benefit, including OTT video platforms, Theta community, Theta drop NFTs, community, brand partners, and others. Popular video platforms already integrated in with Theta peer-to-peer streaming infrastructure include ConTV, World Poker Tour, Cinegram, Game Talk, Movie Block, G Fuel, Theta TV, and others. Expanding adoption of Theta's decentralized video and data delivery is a key focus of 2022 and beyond. Theta's doing it. They are executing a strategy to make them the number one player in entertainment, in content delivery. We know how big gaming, sports, entertainment, you name it, Theta is going to be the number one dog there. And who do they have to fight with? Nobody. They got all the patents. Who's on their side? Samsung. Sony. Look at the partners. Go to ThetaToken.org and look at all the partners. Look at all the partners they have. Steve Chen, the co-founder of YouTube, is on their board, for Christ's sake. Partners, Sony, Google. Ever heard of Google? Binance, blockchain. There's just so much going on. Go check out Theta. Yes, Theta is going into the thousands, as Michelle White-Dove said, and right now you can get Theta for $2.89. How many times do I have to scream it? I was screaming it at 4 cents. I'm going to scream it now at $2.89. I'm going to scream it when it's at $28.90. I'm going to scream it when it's $290. When everybody and their mother's dealing and using Theta just to get on the internet, I'll be screaming in it when it hits $1,000. I can't tell you what time it will do that. But it could go faster than you have a chance to get your Theta in your own possession. That's the key. And Theta fuel ratio right now is 16 to 1. I think it's going to go under 10 to 1. So right now I'd rather buy Theta fuel than Theta, but we'll see. Ooh, it looks like Theta fuel is jumping. In the last 24 hours, it's up 39%. That can't be right, can it? Let's take a look. Might be too late for Theta fuel. Let's see, TFuel. Oh, yeah, had a nice little jump. Well, it was way undervalued. So yeah, these numbers aren't going to matter. It's like, what do I care if Bitcoin was once, $200 per token? That's the price that Road to Ruta was giving out Bitcoin. We were giving out 0.1 Bitcoin on a paper wallet when it was $200 a token. So it was $20 worth of Bitcoin we were giving out. Now it's what? Almost 40,000. So it's $4,000 that Road to Ruta, just by joining, we gave out on paper wallets, just by joining. You have $4,000. I love it. And that's why we still give away. If you hit subscribe today, we're still giving away crypto. And right now we're giving away 50 Theta fuel. It might not seem much, 50 Theta fuel. But hey, 0.1 Bitcoin didn't seem much back in the day either. This is a long-term game. It's a hodl game. Hold on for dear life. Make your investment. Put it away safely. Come back in 5 years and take a look at what you got. That's the best way to deal with cryptos. Then we don't have your aunt saying, oh my God, you got cryptocurrencies. It was a bubble. You're an idiot. Cryptos are our future. If you don't understand that now, that's okay. Not everybody's going to survive in the future. Anyway, I will be talking to Jenny Moonstone. We missed last week. Lots of info on silver. We did a 3-part best of Jenny Moonstone spiritual silver readings that is posted on the private road. Go check those out. Jenny is connected to the silver spiritual side of silver, and there is a spiritual side of silver. I can't explain it. She can. And that's why we work so well together. I talked to her about the financial stuff. She says, well, that relates to the spiritual world this way. And those who have had a reading from Jenny understand how good she is, that she is in touch with something. I can't explain it, but it's amazing stuff. Go to roadtoruta.com, sign up for the private road, get your TFuel, 50 TFuel mailed to your front door, and check out all the Jenny Moonstone and all the other readings. And the latest Cliff High, our private discussion after the public one. It's called The Bad Guy's Next Attack. Really interesting stuff. All right. That's it for me. Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com.